Oh hey, didn't see you there. By the way, I'm Mark, and in this video we're going to talk to you about starfish. Here we have Astridis rubens, otherwise known as the common starfish. It's the most common starfish in the North Atlantic. It generally grows between 10 and 30 centimetres, and it'll feed on mollusks. But we're not here to talk about Astridis rubens. We're here to talk about the sunflower star, Pycnopodia helianthioides. There's a large population of these in Torch Bay, Alaska, so let's go there now. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces passive, I'm homebound.
Staring at me, just making a way through the crowd.
Da 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 da, and I need you, and I miss you.
And now I wonder if I could fall.
So here we are in Torch Bay, Alaska. This isn't only just the home to the sunflower star. Here also lives many species of kelp, as well as 3 species of sea urchin. The sea urchin feed on the kelp and they control its distribution in the bay. They do this by primarily feeding on young kelp and kelp spores. This prevents the kelp from moving into areas where it doesn't already exist, thus giving the mosaic pattern of kelp distribution in Torch Bay. So the study looked into 4 factors that might affect sea urchin distribution within Torch Bay. The first one of these was the physical characteristics of the environment, these being depth and substrate type. The second one it looked into was competition between the 3 sea urchin species. The third factor it looked into was food availability within Torch Bay. The last factor it looked into was predation by Pycnopodia species. This was the only significant factor which was affecting sea urchin distribution within Torch Bay. There are 3 urchin species in Torch Bay. Pycnopodia can only feed on 2 of these, as S. franciscanus is too large. In the presence of the Pycnopodia, the other 2 species, Querpapatus and Dropachiensis, will attempt to escape as shown in the video. If they cannot escape, they will be captured and eaten. This escape mechanism is what causes the distribution patterns of urchins in Torch Bay. In the paper, 2 experiments were carried out to prove that the presence of Pycnopodia affected the distribution of sea urchins. In the first one, Pycnopodia was added to a colony of sea urchins, which caused the sea urchins to disperse. In the second experiment, more sea urchins were added to an already existing colony. This caused the attraction of further Pycnopodia to that area. Welcome back. So, what did we learn today? We learned that Pycnopodia preys on sea urchins. Now, while they don't consume every sea urchin, their presence does cause urchins to disperse. Where there are low urchin numbers, kelp will be present due to the absence of urchin grazing and the kelp's quick growth rate. Conversely, areas where there are high urchin numbers will have a low kelp abundance due to urchin grazing. So, ultimately, Pycnopodia indirectly controls kelp abundance. Thank you for joining us. Oh, hi. But we're not here to talk about Astridis rubens. We're here to talk about the sunflower star, Pycnopodia helianthioides. It's commonly found in... I keep on trying to say north. So here we are in Torch Bay, Alaska.
As well as this.
Yeah, as well, I forgot. But we're not here to talk about. Pan in. There are many species of kelp. As
Pulled up some seaweeds.
we're not here to talk about Astridas rubens. We're here to talk about the sunflower star. Otherwise, no. It's hard being an actor, you know.
22!
Sea urchins is what control. But we're not here to talk about Astridas rubens. We're here to talk about the sunflower star, otherwise known as. Hey, when kid takes too much mental strength.